See, this is the fun part of making your own coffee, but it's also the hard part because this is dictating my mood for the rest of the day. I hope you know that. People, when I have a good bit of latte art, I don't even know if it's called latte art, like, I know there's like volumes and stuff like that, but it's kind of just how much I pour and if it pours right. Call it abstract, fuck it.
That is stunning.
Is it now?
That is stunning.
Are you lying to me?
No. I love it.
So yes, I may have fucked up my mum's coffee, but I actually managed to do mine pretty well. Look at that. I told you. I'm alright at these things, I swear. Oh, hello YouTube. Long time no speak. I forget I meant to do an intro with shit. Usually I kind of just like start speaking and yapping. So yeah. How's things? I'm trying to think what last time I did a YouTube video. It would have been about 3-4 months ago. And to be honest, as I will always say, and I will always be honest with you guys, I've just had things which have been high up my priority list. Like work. Like, if you guys don't know, I online coach for a living. So I basically online PT, which a lot of people on social media do nowadays. And a lot of people do it pretty shit, and people see it as just like a fucking money scheme. However, myself, I actually enjoy the job. So I've really been trying to put my back into that and kind of work with that very much. Yeah, I'm gonna have my bacon now, and then I'll fill you in on the rest. So yeah, as I sit here and I cook my eggs, sorry, that transition was not as smooth as I thought it would be. Cooking my eggs, I'm sipping my coffee, which was slightly better than the first one. You're probably wondering, where is Spider-Man? Please say you get that meme, because you'll understand what I mean. So yeah, where have I been basically? First of all, again, like I said, effectively work has just been quite busy, which is fucking sick. Again, I've always wanted to do something I love for work, and it's what I say to a lot of my mates at my age. I'm only 22, and I think a lot of people wonder what the fuck to do with life, and it's something you either really enjoy, something you're stupidly good at, or both. And I really enjoy coaching. It brings me a lot of human connection and actually a lot of just like satisfaction seeing people change their life. Number two, I like to think I'm good at it. Like, if you have a look at my Instagram profile, I've made some pretty gnarly transformations with people. And again, I think with the online coaching scene being such a stigma of just usually fitness influencers who just, again, effectively don't care and just see it as like a direct debit scheme where they can get money in the bank. I think the bar is so low. So being honest, chat, well, I'm so chronically online. I've just been kind of sticking my head down with that and really trying to become the best coach I can, which is fucking brilliant because the team are smashing it and I love what I do for a living. But what you actually all care about, where am I up to with bodybuilding? Where am I up to with my rig and how is training going? So I may or may not be 8 weeks into a diet. I'm sorry, I should have kept you guys updated. So yeah, I'm 8 weeks into not any sort of diet, a pre-prep diet. So this is how I've been explaining it to my mum. Imagine if I was driving from Edinburgh to Manchester, okay? That's like from 92 kilos to stage lean. Manchester's like stage lean, okay? What I do, first of all, in the pre-prep is drive from Edinburgh to York, okay? But instead of like doing what I did last prep, where I'm sitting in fucking 4th gear, doing 80 miles an hour the whole way, 4 white monsters in my cup holder, no service stops at all, just kind of Hail Mary in it. Bit of a more smart this time, okay? So I'm doing a pre-prep, which is where I'm driving down from Edinburgh to York. Okay, I'm gonna get myself down from 92 kilos to about 75, 76 kilos. Currently, as of this morning, I'm 80.9. So I'm already about 11, just over 11 kilos down. And things are looking good. I'm feeling great again. I'm starting to enjoy my food again and my coffee. Actually, say that. I always fucking love my coffee. Again, I said to you guys ages ago, I was gonna get a cool coffee machine. I got that for 100 fucking quid, Facebook Marketplace, and it retailed for about 650 quid, I think. But yeah, life is sweet. So I'm pretty much just gonna take you guys through what normal day-to-day will look like me at the moment. And yeah, just try and make this as casual as I can, because I know half of you are probably sat there watching your pre-workout meal, or doing your cardio. So let's fucking go along with it. Something very exciting which actually did happen last week was I was scrolling Instagram, having a little doom scroll, okay? I'm sorry. I know I'm an advocate for real dopamine, but sometimes I do struggle. I like a little bit of a doom scroll. And I got a message off, can't say who, but one of my favourite brands, okay? I've got a call with them in an hour. That's what I'm going to say. You know what is really, really weird? Myself, as a bodybuilder, in the off-season, in the bulking phase, I put a lot of fat on my legs, so I'm not used to seeing my legs with like lines in them. But then when I wear shorts, when I'm in a diet phase, and I see like lines like this, I'm like, whoa, maybe I actually did train legs properly. To be fair, they are getting a lot leaner. I'm just horrendously pasty white, and that doesn't matter whether I go on holiday or not. I'm always just horrendously pasty white, which does wash me out a little bit with definition, but the game's the game, okay? But yeah, check-in's all done. I'm about to jump on a call with this mystery brand. So yeah, on with the day, people. Wow, you can tell I haven't YouTube for a while. My kind of flow is a little bit off. Bad knees. The time is 12:30. I have finished up my check-ins on my call with mystery brand. I've got myself some, I was about to say oats. These actually aren't oats, believe it or not. These are, well, this is rice pudding. I've recently swapped out, okay? Now, as always, believe it or not, I'm still with that GOAT brand. What's that GOAT brand called? Full Bore Sports. If you need anything, code Drew, as you know. I'm currently rocking the Cherry Bakewell Perform. If you don't know me, I've been rocking Perform for years, and they provide it. But the thing I like about Full Bore is they offer Perform, and they also offer fucking loads of other brands, which I use with my clients and use with fucking other people, depending on blood work, fucking needs, sleep needs, training needs, etc. Pre-workouts, intras, whatever you kind of want, it's all there. It's not just one brand as well. It offers all the great products from different brands, which is something I quite like about Full Bore. So if you want to use them, code Drew 10. I think it's just code Drew, which gets you 10% of discount. But I've got some rice pudding with Cherry Bakewell Perform, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 10 grams of peanut butter, and a banana. So, as you can tell, we're going to go train in about an hour. I've got a little bit more work to do left, a few more check-ins. But, as always, you know what I want to fucking say. The team's smashing it. If you want the link to get coached by myself, it's in the bio. Or just simply drop me a message. To be fair, I'm not that professional. Like I say to a lot of people, I'll just jump on calls with them and I'll be like, yo! But yeah, I'm gonna leave this down me. And hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys who this mystery brand I might be working with is. I just need to review some contract stuff. You know, adult shit. Like, yeah. It's funny when you're younger, you think you're gonna sit at a desk for 9 to 5, and now look at me. I'm speaking to my camera for a living. I'm walking around my local estate for a living. And I'm eating rice pudding and filming it for a living. And telling other people to eat rice pudding for a living. So, yeah. Mint stuff. I'm gonna eat this now because I feel like I'm waffling on. I'm also gonna give you guys like a YouTube fucking exclusive because it's something I was gonna keep behind the scenes. And it's something I've been dabbling with the thought of for a while now. Now, to put it straight, I might start a podcast. Just by myself. I know it sounds fucking West, but I thought about it. And again, I very much believe you should do something you're stupidly good at or something you enjoy. And I think, again, along those principles, I love listening to podcasts. And I feel like I've got a lot to say, especially when it kind of comes to being a 22-year-old man in this world of just what the fuck to do with life and bits and bobs and my opinions and shit like that. Don't worry, nothing too controversial or heavy. But I think I'm going to make a podcast. And again, I haven't gone into the kind of deep logistics of it with the structure of it because, quite frankly, I do want a little bit of a structure on a episode-to-episode basis just because otherwise I feel like I can just sit there and I could probably ramble on and just kind of become an echo chamber of my own brain, which probably I wouldn't like online. But I bought myself a PodMic USB, so mate, setting up a podcast isn't as easy as I thought. Like, again, I wanted to get one of the mics, but one of these mics, this was 125 quid second hand, I think it was. But I'm probably just going to do it. I'm going to drive somewhere, sit in my car, plug it into my laptop, and you have to plug it into your laptop and then sync it with the camera and just film on my car. I think I want to do something like that. It's very simple where I can kind of just think and go through questions, topics, stuff like that. But this is a YouTube exclusive, so keep it on the hush, people. But yeah, let me just quickly unbox this whilst I'm fucking on the record. Oh, what's going on, people? Yo, yo, yo. The world is wondering, where on earth is Spider-Man? I feel like I really need to insert that meme into this video now. I've said it twice. Fucking hell, this thing's heavy. So yeah, I feel like I'm just going to sit there in my car and be like, yo, this is my opinion on this, this and this. And try to do like a weekly Q&A or a bi-weekly Q&A. As I do already have a lot of things on my in my hands. Whoa. Whoa. We're going to stop there. I'm going to stop speaking. I've got a last few bits of work to do. But yeah, what I thought I might do. I think I might do. Comment some names for me, because I'm fucking clueless. Sorry, I know I just ended a video in this place, but I was just thinking, imagine how funny it would be. This is for current clients. Imagine you open up your Loom in the mornings and you're on a diet and you get me going in. You, my friend, have less food. Sorry, bye. We're back again, people, with the car mount talks. I remember how much I fucking used to yap on these. This little car mount is what, like I said, I'll be using for something like a podcast, because I do think it's great, but obviously I'm not going to be driving when I do it. I'm on my way to the gym. I put a fleece on, it's 20 degrees, and now I'm regretting it. Usually, at this point, I'm pretty cold. But yeah, to be fair, I've been looking into new cars. Like, it's one of those things, I was talking to my dad about it, and you know how like a lot of families will grow up with like football or rugby, etc. Like, I played rugby when I was a kid to a decent level, and then it was like, okay, I got hit in the head a few times, and I was like, yeah, maybe probably not the best idea. Not like little knocks, I'm talking like didn't know where I was, concussions. However, I say that because bodybuilding is very much like a hobby and my job, I can't really have hobbies outside of it because it's so physically taxing anyway, at least when I'm in a bodybuilding prep. So I was speaking to my dad about this, and it's something which I want to do. I want to get myself a new car, not because of like status or anything, because I think like, a lot of people do that nowadays. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there is. Ooh, fucking hell. There's also nothing wrong with crashing your car, because that car almost went past me. But it's something I've been thinking about recently, is getting a new car. And again, not for any reason of trying to look good or look better than I am. I just enjoy cars, and I really enjoy like the looking and the searching process of cars. So at the moment I've got a little Audi A1, okay, and I'm thinking, initially my thoughts were M135i. I quite like them, I've always quite liked them. And then it went to an M140i, and now I'm currently sat at like, I'm enjoying and entertaining the thought of looking for an M235i. Which is the same engine as a 135i, but in like a coupe model, okay? I keep on going on these little tangents, because obviously it's, for me being 22, it's finding a car which I can enjoy, but it's also can be used as a daily car. So an M235i works quite nicely within that agenda. I mean, I did go on a big loophole and almost messaged someone about a BMW M5, because they've depreciated a whole fucking lot, but you get a whole lot of car for the money. You get a 2012 BMW M5 for, I think it was like 13 grand, okay? And listen to the stats on this: 550 brake horsepower, 4.3 seconds 0 to 60. Now, this little car, I like to call her Daisy, goes 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, I think it is. So it would be a little bit of an upgrade in terms of speed, I think. I would shit myself. But again, I quite enjoy the idea of like a car which is a little bit nippier. Not that I'm saying I'm not great for this car, I love this car. I even love my little Citroen C1 when I first had it. You probably remember back in the vlogs. But I think it's one of those things I eventually will get into a hobby with, which can be a little bit of an escape from fitness, because it can get very, very much overwhelming. As much as I love the fitness and bodybuilding scene, because my job is a coach and I do bodybuilding as a hobby, and they kind of support each other, sometimes I don't think it's a bad idea to, again, kind of have a little escape from that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, you're not going to be seeing me driving a Lamborghini soon. Coaching's not going that well. Dream car though, on basis, I would have an Alfa Romeo 4C or a Lotus Exige Series 1. If you're into cars, you'll know what that is. If you don't, look it up.
looks like the fucking Batmobile. But with those two cars, you can't have them as like a daily driver. They're like a garage princess. So part of me even thought about going back to my old Citroen C1 and then buying a little toy I could chuck in the garage. But these are me just, again, this is why I say, if I was to have my podcast, or not have, or when, it is going to be a podcast, I'm going to have a structure, because otherwise I'll just go on tangents like this, where I talk about how effectively my brain works. It works in weird and wonderful ways. But yes, we're going to go train upper now. I'm currently training upper, lower, 4 times a week. Okay, so I've dropped from 5 weekly sessions, and I have to say my recovery has been fucking stupendous from it. And I always say this to a lot of clients, is the nectar, the fucking fruit of upper lower isn't in the naming of the upper and lower sessions, it's within the programming and the exercise order and what exercise selection you decide to choose. So again, within my legs, I know first of all calves are a big one for me, hamstrings are a big one for me, and just overall leg development, as well as glutes. Like I've got my glute drive, my Smith machine hip thrust, up to 9 plates per side for, I think it was 4 reps, which was the other week. I'm actually at peak strength of all time, and I do apologise, I know it's going in and out of contrast, but I've got myself up to a 9-plate glute drive. Yeah, I could have got a little bit deeper. Yeah, I could have probably been a little bit more accurate, but for fuck's sake, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to stick 9 plates on a fucking glute drive, which is ridiculous. And it's weird because I'm lighter now than I was last year when I finished my minicut. Last year I finished my minicut around 81 point something. Now I'm in the 80s, and by the end of this week I think I'll be in the 79s. Again, exceeding my rate of weight loss I would be, but I kind of looking to lose 1.2 kilos a week at the moment, being 1.5%, because I know I can roughly hold on to a lot of tissue with that rate of weight loss with myself. Don't you dare pull out on me, Honda Jazz. Don't do it. The amount of times I've probably almost crashed at one of these videos is crazy. But yeah, so we're going to go train upper now. I'm going to do a few steps beforehand. And yeah, we'll get onto it, people. But I'll do a little rig check at the end, because I appreciate for the whole of this video I've just been a talking face. People are here to see the fucking rig, because clickbait and that. I don't know what fucking clickbait thumbnail I would have used. But yeah, we're going to go train upper now, people. I'll see you in there.
We don't gotta
fucking popping party, people. What a session. To be fair, at the moment, like, it's mental. I haven't even lost strength in this diet phase, which is fucking ridiculous considering I'm about 12 kilos down. Ooh, almost just got sideswiped, but it was my right of way, so that would have been my insurance payout. Yeah, very good session actually. Oh my god, I'm like a fucking ghost right now. Wow, that's bright. I do apologise, people. Yeah, that is a gym in Warrington called Allegiance. If you are in the Cheshire area, very good little quiet gym, and they do week passes for like £12, which is pretty fucking ridiculously priced. And it's a fucking class gym. So if you're looking for a little quiet gym near Warrington, or it's in Warrington, then fucking go there as well. But yeah, good session. I was very happy. And again, looking at my rig at the end, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a fucking huge perfectionist. And again, I try not to strive to be like, what's the word, so physique kind of driven. But I'm actually happy with how my physique's looking. Like, I feel like I'm looking quite flat. Obviously, muscles are empty of glycogen. So it's one of those things where I do very much show my flatness, but again, it's relative. And I know that I'm flat at the moment. I haven't had a high day in about 3 weeks because I haven't needed one. And as people always say, you get to get flat or you're gonna stay fat. And quite frankly, I don't want to stay fat. I actually need to take off about another 5 kilos, so we won't be doing that today. But overall, I'm quite happy with how my look is like at the moment. I should have got my legs out, but it was an upper day, so I'm not getting my legs out. I got my legs out last week on an Instagram reel, so that's good enough. If you want to fucking have a look, go look at my Instagram. So yeah, good session. Gonna go home now. I've got 40 minutes of cardio to do. Up until this point so far, I'm pretty prepared. I haven't done cardio at fasted. Usually I'm a big fan of cardio fasted. Now that's because you can utilise stuff like your Yohimbine, you can use caffeine quite early on and it not affect your sleep later on. But at the moment I'm quite enjoying cardio just like after a meal, like, and it's working a treat and it's not affecting my training performance. So I'm very happy with that. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna have my chicken breast, 200 grams. I'm gonna have 100 grams of rice. I'm gonna have a bit of fermented cabbage. I know, all the fucking gut bacteria is loving that one. And I'll have probably some avocado with it, because, you know, all your good polyunsaturated fats and all that. So yeah, I'll see you at home. As you can see, my post-workout meal was delightful. 200 grams of chicken breast, 100 grams of basmati rice, 50 grams of avocado. Gotta get those good fats, people. Come on. Some fermented live cultured kimchi, which is fermented cabbage. And then just some like mixed greens in there, for micronutrients and all that. I promise there's more to that, but I won't bore you guys. Just finished my 40 minutes of cardio. Delightful, always a treat. It's one of those things with cardio at the moment. I'm on 40 minutes 4 times a week, so 160 minutes. It's not too bad. What I've actually started doing, and I did this as of last week. So because my leg days are on Mondays and Fridays, it means on usually Wednesdays and Thursdays, which are my rest days, I try and get my cardio done. But also if I do my cardio on Wednesdays, usually the fatigue which I have from that won't be too much into Friday's leg session, if you get what I'm saying. So I start going on bike rides. Okay, so the rest of my week is fine, but I do the majority, I do a 60-minute block. If not, if I feel like it, I'll do fucking more on a Wednesday. Because, okay, cycling is a little bit too fatiguing for my liking for legs prior to a leg day, because I want to make sure my legs are fresh, they're full of glycogen, etc. and I'm not even psychologically feeling taxed, okay? But on a Wednesday I can happily do that. And you know what? I'm gonna say something which might offend the bodybuilding community a little bit. Quite frankly, cycling outdoors is actually a much more enjoyable form of cardio than cycling on a bike indoors. I prefer treadmill, incline treadmill walk as a cardio piece, because I find I don't get a horrendous amount of like muscular pain. Like if I don't feel like I'm doing thousands, don't even get me started on Stairmaster. I've got a controversial opinion on that. But yeah, on a Wednesday at the moment, whilst it's fucking July, and the weather's a bit up and down because I live in the UK, but it's usually pretty good. So I've got a bike ride, and it's a lot more visually pleasing to the eye. Real fucking dopamine. I'm gonna go on my last meal now, which is literally gonna be a chicken bagel. Okay, chicken bagel with some avocado on. Delightful again. But people, that is where I'm going to leave the video. And unfortunately, I cannot, as of yet, tell you who the mystery brand is going to be. I'm sorry. But I haven't signed any contracts, so I haven't got any contracts through from them. So, again, it's one of those things, I'm not going to preempt it, but you will find out in future videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed just kind of me going through what my day looks like at the moment in pre-prep. My thoughts on things, me yapping on the way to the gym, and also a nice little fucking upper session pump. And again, I hope you have yourself a lovely session if you're going to go have another session, because I don't know about you guys, but I tend to fucking eat food, watch something before I go train, because it puts me in a parasympathetic state, rest and digest, makes my digestion beautiful. And or, if you're watching this doing cardio, fucking do it, do hard shit, because that shit's hard, I've just done it myself. But yeah, like and subscribe, comment. I'm going to try and keep these videos quite frequent now. So every week or every other week, one of the two. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. Obviously, like I said to you guys, unfortunately, coaching does come first. That pays my bills. That is something I fucking love doing as well. And again, a lot of you guys watching may even be clients. So if so, send me a screenshot. Fucking whack it in your story. So yeah, have yourself a lovely day. Enjoy your cardio. Enjoy your gym sessions. Fucking like, subscribe, comment. Code Drew at Full Bore Sports, and code Drew at something else soon, hopefully. Okay, Mint, have yourself a lovely day. I'll see you in a bit.